I'm Katelyn Watkins, I'm a senior, and I will be reading from Lolita. When Lolita was first put on the market, it was actually turned down by every major publishing house, and it was only later printed by a small French press that printed, as Nabokov quoted, 3/4 pornographic filth. After it was released, a French editor reviewed it, saying it was the filthiest book he had ever read. Vanity Fair also reviewed it, saying it was the only convincing love story of this century. Lolita proved to be so controversial that it was actually banned for the first 2 years in the UK, with every copy being seized and destroyed. I believe banned books, including Lolita, are important because they show the divide about what people believe about art, what it is, and what it should accomplish. I think that banned books often encounter subjects that are taboo or uncomfortable, but that's so often what life is. An author of another banned book once said it best when he said, "That's the beauty of literature. You discover that your longings are universal longings, that you are not lonely and isolated from everyone else. You belong." Now I'll read from Lolita. Lolita, light of my fire, fire of my loins, my sin, my soul. Lolita, the tip of the tongue taking a trip of 3 steps down to the palate to tap at 3 on the teeth. Lolita, she was plain low, low in the morning, standing 4 feet 10 in one sock. She was Dolores in slacks. She was Lola on the dotted line, but in my arms she was always Lolita. Did she have a precursor? She did, indeed she did. In point of fact, there might have been no Lolita at all had I not loved, one summer, a certain initial girl child in a princedom by the sea. Oh, when? About as many years before Lolita was born as my age was that summer. You can always count on a murderer for fancy prose style. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, exhibit number 1 is what the seraphs, the misinformed, simple, noble-winged seraphs envied. Look at this tangle of thorns. Annabelle was, like the writer, of mixed parentage, half English, half Dutch in her case. I remember her features far less distinctly today than I did a few years ago, before I knew Lolita. There are 2 kinds of visual memory. One, when you skillfully recreate an image in the laboratory of your mind with your eyes open. And then I see Annabelle in such general terms as honey-colored skin, thin arms, brown bobbed hair, long lashes, big bright mouth. And the other when you instantly evoke with shut eyes on the dark inner side of your eyelids the objective, absolutely optical replica of a beloved face, a little ghost in natural colors, and this is how I see Lolita.